So if you are in a supremely busy time of life like I am, some days either you don't need to wash your hair or you don't want to wash your hair. So that was this morning for me, so I will show you in this tutorial how I revive my hair if I want it to look presentable. So more often than not, if I am not washing my hair, I'll just throw it back in a messy bun or a braid or something. But tonight specifically is our friend's Christmas party. So I want to do my hair and feel like I look presentable, and it's not just in a messy bun, but I didn't feel like washing it this morning. So the two products I'll be using to refresh my hair are the Living Proof Dry Shampoo and the Pureology Dry Condition. The dry shampoo is used on my roots, which are not particularly greasy, but this gives an awesome texture to give my hair life again. And then Pureology's Dry Condition, I'm going to use about mid-shaft to ends to add some smoothing and softness to my ends, which tend to get, despite sleeping on a satin pillowcase, they still can get kind of rough and trashed overnight. So the Dry Condition helps smooth it out and make it look a little bit fresher on day 2. So the first thing I'm doing is brushing my hair out. I just didn't do this last night. You could surely brush your hair out before you go to bed. I just didn't, no particular reason why. I did sleep with my hair in a fabric elastic, very loosely, just kind of holding it up out of the way so I didn't lay on it and get any weird bends. And these curls are just left over from yesterday. So I brushed through it. And then I will grab the Living Proof Dry Shampoo. This stuff is phenomenal. They make a bigger size than this. This is just kind of their tester size. My roots are not greasy, but they need a little reviving. So I'm spraying this throughout. You can see it has a little bit of a white look to it, but that completely absorbs in your hair. I like this for just kind of boosting. Even on the first day after I've shampooed, blown my hair dry, it gives a really awesome texture at the roots. If your hair is greasy, it will absorb the grease. And you can also hit it at this point with the blow dryer if you need a little extra love to sort of pop it off your scalp again. You can also use a brush to brush through if you need to sort of spray the dry shampoo in and then sort of brush it out. I like the feeling at my roots, so I'm just using my fingers to go through and disperse it. Make sure none of that white spray you saw is kind of sitting there. Okay, so the dry shampoo is in. At this point, I will pick up the Pureology Dry Condition, which is also in a aerosol mist, and I like to just spray this and use my fingers to run over it. If you were to be flat ironing your hair the second day, you can spray this on and then flat iron that section, and that'll really help smooth through it. For me, I'm gonna curl, so I'm just spraying it on my ends and raking through with my fingers. Oh, this smells so nice. So between the dry shampoo at my roots and the dry conditioner at my ends, my hair should feel pretty fresh. So I've prepped the hair. I turned on the Amika flat iron and put it on 200. This flat iron, what I like about it, I typically use the GHD Classic. This flat iron by Amika has the on-off button in the middle and then up and down for temperature, which is fantastic if you don't need the max heat. I love GHD. Man, their tools work with any hair texture, but if you don't need the heat, which I don't really need, especially on day 2, I like grabbing the Amika flat iron and turning that heat down to 200. All I'm doing is smoothing over the top because this is the surface of my hair. It got a little rough from sleeping, but I don't need a ton of heat. I just need to smooth it out. I don't need it to be straight. This step might be unnecessary if your hair isn't frizzy like mine is. And it's really just frizzy, not from humidity or anything like that, just from sleeping. And I'm just gonna do around the surface. I don't need to do the underneath section because that'll get curled. But sometimes the curling iron isn't enough to smooth through the top part. Okay, so the top is smoothed out. Now I will grab the GHD Classic curling iron. This is the 1 1/4 inch. I can turn off the Amika flat iron because I'm done with that. And I will divide my hair in half. So I like to go from my temples all the way around and clip that up, do the bottom and then the top. I don't want a big curl, so I'm just holding it in there for a second and not even pulling my ends into the iron. And I will be alternating the direction of the curl with each section. So that first one went back, and then this one right behind it is going to go forward. Still has a little bit of a bend from yesterday, which is nice. You'll see I'm leaving the ends out and just pulling the iron straight down. So for the top, I like all of the curls to be directed away from my face. It helps them not blend in with the bottom section also. And I like those curls right around the front to be super soft, so you'll notice I barely held it in there. And I'll pick up the section right behind it. And this one will go away from my face as well. At some point back here, I'll have to change the direction to set this side up to go back, but that's okay in the back. You can tease and add texture spray if you need them to kind of mesh together nicely. Okay, so I've added a little bend in there with the GHD curling iron. I'm going to rake through all of the curls with my fingers. Typically at this point I would be adding texture spray, but I have so much product left over from yesterday I don't need to add more. If I was going to add a texture spray, it would definitely be Amika's Undone Texture Spray. But, like I just said, I'm not going to do that today. What I am going to do is tease and then use a really soft hold hairspray to make sure the curls don't fall completely. I also have leftover hairspray in my hair, so I don't need to use my typical full hold Kenra Volume 25. The Living Proof Flex Hairspray has become, a favorite. That or Amika's Flexible Hold are my favorite soft hold hairsprays. Just adding a little lift at the roots. And then I'm all finished. So I've added a little bend in there. I feel like my hair's fresher. Also, this would be great prep if I wanted to pull it back into a half-up style or an updo. For me today, I'm gonna wear it down. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I think part of that is that dry shampoo that lifted it up at my roots and helped it feel fresher. And then the dry conditioner. That, for me, is a game changer because my ends, like I said, look a little trashed after sleeping on them. So try that if you haven't yet. Awesome, awesome if you wear your hair straight. Also really great if you wear it curly. So that, again, was the Pureology Dry Condition. Really good. They also make a dry shampoo, but the Living Proof is my favorite for dry shampoo. But I haven't found a dry conditioner that's worked as well as the Pureology one. So look into those two. I hope this helps you if you need to revive your locks for day 2. And if you want to see any other hair tutorials, you can find those on my blog, thesmallthingsblog.com.